and think about this, most cafes, they would have started from nothing. So under the new changes, they're going to be paying 2 million plus in income tax, where under the old rules, it would have been less than $1 million.
Why a small business would use a trust, what kind of trusts they generally use, and how that is going to be impacted now that we're being told that trusts of this nature will have a minimum tax of 30%.
So think about your local cafe, milk bar, tradie. Most small businesses would be set up under a trust because you'd have the mum, you'd have the dad. Both of them would work in the business. We would, split the income between mum and dad, and we'd look to even out that the amount of profit that is allocated per person to pay the least amount of tax as possible because both of them work in the business. And under the old rules, that was great. And at a time when you would do really, really well, you might put some of that profit into a bucket company at 25 to 30% tax. But now, doing that, the local person down the road, the local person who wants to reinvest into their business would have to continue to pay 30%, 37%, 39%, 47% to reinvest in their business. And they won't be able to bucket that money into a company to reinvest at that lower tax rate.
And we've spoken about the fact that the bucket company is basically wiped out under these changes. Just as one example, if the Albanese government does pass this legislation, explain how this would work. I believe you've done some modelling on a cafe, which is currently listed on the market in Brisbane. Now, when that cafe is sold, how much tax would the owners hypothetically pay? How much more tax under this proposal?
Yeah, so I did some modelling on a cafe in Brisbane. They're turning over $5.8 million, $1.4 million in profit, and they're asking for $4.3 million as a sale price. So a very fair price. So when they sell, and think about this, most cafes, they would have started from nothing. So under the new changes, they're going to be paying 2 million plus in income tax, where under the old rules, it would have been less than $1 million.